Okay. So to get started with, thanks everyone for joining. To give a brief intro of myself Hitesh, I do have overall 30+ years of experience and worked on multiple data warehousing projects and working as a Snowflake SME. So coming to the end of today's session, right? You might understand who this course is for and what are the prerequisites for this course, and then why you have to learn Snowflake, okay, compared to other skills, and what is the future scope of Snowflake, why Snowflake is demanding. Okay, majority of your doubts will get clarified. So if you take who this course is for, if you're already working professional who are working on IT or non-IT, okay, uh, as with any role, and even folks with mm, any SQL background are complete freshers as well. Complete freshers who doesn't have any experience, because we'll be getting started from scratch. I mean, from the scratch, okay, from very basic to advanced. So, what is the prerequisite for this courses? SQL. SQL will be like general English, okay. Even if you are not familiar with SQL, don't worry. We'll be getting started with SQL sessions, okay. Um, uh, so after this demo, the very first session will be on SQL, and every Saturday we are going to have SQL session. Okay, Monday to Friday it will be Snowflake sessions, and Saturday it will be SQL sessions. So if you're not from SQL background, we can join those sessions. Okay, or else if you're already from SQL background, we can skip. That's the thing. So what are the prerequisites for this course? Good to have SQL knowledge. Even if you're not from SQL, if you don't have any SQL knowledge, don't worry. As I said, we are going to have SQL sessions also from the basic. Okay. Um, for who are not from SQL background, we'll have separate SQL sessions from basic to advanced. Okay. So regarding any software installation, right? You don't have to install anything, because Snowflake, it is available in cloud as a software as a service. You'll understand what is software as a service in today's demo itself. Okay. You just need a browser and internet to kind of practice and use Snowflake. You don't need any software installation or anything. You'll get 120 days free trial with your mail ID, without any credit or debit card. With just your mail ID, you'll get 120 days free trial. Okay. Um, okay. So you can create another account. I mean, even after gets expired, you can create another account with same mail ID as well. And Snowflake is not licensed. It is not licensed. It is available as software as a service in cloud. Okay, don't worry about the terms. See, if you're not from IT background, or you're not familiar with any terms, don't worry. This is just a demo session. Going forward in our regular sessions, you'll get complete clarity on these terms, what it is, and even you can ask any, if you can't understand anything, you can ask those doubts as well. You have to hesitate. So here, um, and this particular Snowflake, it is not licensed. It will be available as pay-as-you-go model in cloud. That is based on using, you pay the cost, but there is no licensing cost for Snowflake. Okay, that's what it is. Now let's understand why you have to learn Snowflake Data Cloud. You have a lot of technologies and tools, right, in IT. Even if you have to switch to IT, or if you are working in IT, why you have to learn Snowflake? What will be the future scope of Snowflake Data Cloud, and why it is demanding hot skill in market? Let's understand. Um, so see, by end of this demo, you'll get clarity on why Snowflake is a hot skill and it is demanding in market. Let me see, before learning any technology, right? You should know the scope and future scope, and what is the current market trend. I mean, why? What is the like demand for that technology right now, and what will be the future scope, right? So if you take Snowflake, right, even now, actually, if you compare IT market compared to say 2021, 22, 23, right, market is down, IT market is down, but still Snowflake has got demand, and lot of our previous batch candidates got placed. Even now this week also, Today also one candidate got offer from previous batch. That way, market is good for Snowflake because of its unique features, and even a lot of clients are using Snowflake. You will understand technical reasons why Snowflake is demanding. But if you take the current market trend, right? Um, Assume you are going to claim overall experience of this, okay, 2 to 4 years or 4 to 6 years, based on your background and packages in India right now. What packages you get is, so usually, see, one more thing, since Snowflake is a new technology, in a sense, take before 2019, no one are aware about Snowflake. Okay, from 2020-21 onwards, it started booming. Okay, since all of a sudden it started booming, there was a lot of resource gap. In the sense, who knows Snowflake and who actually have experience on Snowflake are very limited. Okay, even now, whatever is your overall experience, even if you suppose you are 6-7 years experience or 10 years experience, um, what how much relevant Snowflake experience they would expect from you is, 2 to 4 years, say 3 to 4 years now. Okay, 3 to 4 years of relevant Snowflake experience is what they would expect, or even 2 to 4. Even if you keep 2 years, also you'll get calls. But relevant Snowflake experience out of your overall experience, which you are going to project or you already have. Okay, so if you keep 2 to 4 years of relevant Snowflake experience, you'll have opportunities on Snowflake. Okay, so if you're and however the packages you would be getting based on your overall experience. So usually the market trend is on average years of experience into 3. That is, suppose you have 4 years of experience. You're going to claim overall 4 years of experience, out of which 2 to 3 years on Snowflake. Okay, overall experience is 4 years. Then you are going to get packages of into 3, that is 4 years experience, right? So you will get 4 into 3, that is 12 lakhs to 4 into 4, up to that much you can get. That is, for 4 years experience, you will get up from 12 to an average 15 lakhs, you can say. Okay, 12 to 15 lakhs or 16 lakhs, if you get the right opportunity. Even you make few candidates, even 4 years, 5 years candidates, from our previous batch, few candidates got up to 20 lakhs also. It depends on the opportunity that you are getting. But on average, 12 lakhs you can get overall 4 years of experience. Okay, if you take if you are going to claim overall 5 years of experience, 5 into 3, that is 15. Okay, in that range. Okay, approximately. Even now, since the market is bit down, if you don't demand the package, and for sure 2.5, that is years of experience in 2.5 for sure you would get. Okay, so from for 5 years for sure you would get 12 to 15 and 12 to 20 also, depending on the company that you are getting. Okay, the opportunity that you are going to get, that is 12 to 20 lakhs. Okay, this way, based on your overall experience, number of even previous batch who has got 10 plus overall experience, they got 43, 44 also from MNCs, not from small companies, even big companies itself. Okay, that's the thing. Uh, and why see, even in this batch, you can see a lot of people have joined the demo. Majority of the candidates are from referral, like whoever got placed to us earlier, in their referral itself we'll get majority of the candidates. Okay, so why our candidates are getting placed is, our course is structured in such a way that even if you are claiming certain experience, you can easily manage, and you will get opportunities as well. You will get the offer as well. Okay, so as a part of training, you are going to have, suppose if you take the previous batch contents, right? Daily basis, you are going to get the recording. Okay, take virtual warehouse or take time travel. So you will get daily basis. You are going to get the recording of that particular session, like a detailed document about that topic, and then the SQL code. SQL is like general English, don't worry. As I said, we'll be getting started on SQL from basics. You'll get clarity, don't worry. So that SQL code, okay, which is used in that session, and interview preparation kit, which contains the scenarios, the I mean the interview questions and answers what you are going to get, along with, yeah. So we are going to get as part of this training. Okay, yeah. So, and I mean, one more thing where we observed the candidates are lagging is it is in the project explanation. Once the training is done, when during the interview when they're asking about the project, that's where we observed the candidates are lagging. So you will get even complete details about the project as well. So you are going to have a detailed session. Okay, so you will get and what you need to explain about the project, what sort of issues you face when you are migrating data, the real challenges, and what you do. So in our actual sessions, whatever we have discussed daily basis, we'll try to link everything and explain the project, so that even during your interview, for sure they'll ask about the project, right? So you'll get what you need to explain in your interviews regarding the project, the self introduction and project overview. You'll get a detailed document as well. Okay, and yeah, this is about the contents and why technically Snowflake has that much demand, and why it is booming in market. Let's understand that. Okay, you have a lot of other technologies and tools, right? Why you need to learn Snowflake? Let's understand the technical difference first. Okay, so I hope you are able to see my screen and hear me. Any issues with anyone?
No.
No, no,
Okay,
it's fine.
Yeah, we
okay,
can see your screen.
yeah. Give me a second. Yeah. So if you take relational databases, right? We have Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL. You would have heard about Oracle, right? So Snowflake, you take it started as a cloud data warehouse. You will understand what is data warehouse. Okay, so if you take these relational databases like Oracle or SQL Server, right? Um, like if you install this particular software in a computer, right? You will have this. These are licensed. If you take relation, see, guys, one more thing. This is just a demo. As I said, if you're not from SQL or database background or not from IT background, in our regular sessions, or the for very first session which we get started is with SQL. Okay, so there you will understand what is database. Okay, what is database, how it works in detail. Okay, and how we run queries. Okay, and how it works, how data gets stored, the complete details you're going to get in detailed way. On high level, in today's demo, within say 1 hour, we can't cover everything, right? I'll give you the high level glimpse. Okay, so if you take relational databases like Oracle or SQL Server, if you install this particular software, you have Oracle from Microsoft, you have SQL Server. So if you install this particular software in a machine, right, in a computer, that we call it as a database server. So all our data, it will get stored in the hard disk of that particular computer. Okay, so you take any website, for example Flipkart, Amazon, or even net banking, any banks, they will store all their data in a database server. Okay, so that is they'll install any of these softwares. Okay, either Oracle, SQL Server, okay, MySQL. This we call it as relational database management systems. So if this software is installed in one computer, okay, and if they store all their data in that, right? That we call it as a database server. So where the data gets stored is in the hard disk of this of that particular computer. Okay, and when users tries to access the data, how it gets I mean how it gets kind of connected to that databases through network. Okay, through network will be getting connected to that database server. I mean that particular database server. So um, when users are trying to access the data from that database server through network, right? Like we need to run anything, we need compute power, right? To do anything, even if you have to do something in your laptop or desktop, right? In your computer, you need compute power. Means what are compute resources like processor, RAM, hard disk, right? Here, in order to run anything, even if you have to play a game, you need compute resources. What are compute resources? Means processor, RAM, SSD, right? In your computer. So here in this particular relational databases, what is the problem is, um, your data will be stored in the hard disk of that computer, and for compute, it will make use of the compute power of the same machine. Okay, same computer. Machine node is nothing but computer. Okay, so now the problem here is, right, when volume of data increases or when number of users increase, you would have seen, right, all of a sudden if traffic is more on your website, okay, I mean that website also in the backend where it stores data is in a database server. Got it? So that you would have seen when everyone starts, suppose results got released for 10th standard or plus 2, then what happens? The server, after sometimes the server will crash, right? What is the reason? All of a sudden everyone will start hitting. They'll try to use, right? That's when it will I mean what happens is uh, like it will kind of like all the compute power of that machine will be completely occupied, and the server will crash if there are a lot of requests, right? So when volume of data increases, when number of users increase, that's when you will face issues with this relational database, right? Performance issues. So to overcome them, what we can do in case of these relational databases, we can scale this, we can scale this particular server, okay, vertically. Scaling means increasing the capacity, that is, we can increase the capacity of this machine, if of this computer. We can add more hard disk to store more volume of data. We can upgrade the processor to high end processor. We can add more RAM. This kind of things we can do, that we call it as vertical scaling. Vertical scaling means, in simple terms, it is like, see, one big machine will do all the work for you. That is, you'll increase the capacity of that machine, single machine. Okay, vertical scaling. So think logically. Even if you are very talented person, you have limited 24 hours, and how much of work you can do, there is certain limit, right? Even though you are very talented, a single mission also is like that. Even it is very big mission, there are certain limitations on how much I mean capacity of work it can do, right? How much capacity of compute it can serve, right? So but if you can scale horizontally means you will create a group of computers. Okay, you will create a group of computers that we call it as cluster. Okay, so you will distribute the workload to set of computers. Okay, you can distribute that workload to multiple computers, then it is like multiple missions will work for you, will do the work together for you, right? That we call it as horizontal scaling. Okay, that is like horizontal scaling. Okay, so mm, so it is, so we can scale the on this particular relational databases like Oracle or SQL Server only vertically. We can't scale them horizontally. Okay, so since we cannot scale this horizontally, in order to overcome these issues of performance and other things, even this relational databases, there is licensing cost also. Okay, concurrency means same point of time if multiple users tries to access. Scalability means that increasing the capacity only vertically we can scale, we cannot scale horizontally. So we'll face all these issues, We'll discuss in detail when we discuss Snowflake architecture. Okay, about this. To overcome this, big data came in. Hadoop big data. You would have heard about Hadoop big data, right? Say a couple of years back, this was a buzz. Okay, a lot of clients wanted to move to big data, Hadoop big data. So to handle big data, right? We when earlier we had this Hadoop big data, but there are certain flaws in this Hadoop architecture also. Okay, we'll discuss that in our regular sessions. So Snowflake, what I mean, it came up with hybrid architecture. Snowflake, what it did is it came up with hybrid architecture, hybrid of shared, this relational database and Hadoop. Okay, let me explain about Snowflake architecture. In Snowflake architecture, right? We have got three layers. Okay, storage layer, query processing layer, cloud service layer. Here, storage is separate. All our data will be stored separately in storage layer in cloud. Let's understand about cloud. Okay, on high level. Let me explain about the cloud. So, one second. If I was telling about the database server, right? Oracle SQL server. Okay, those servers, Oracle or SQL server, those database servers, there will be multiple servers, not just one server. If you take any client, there will be multiple servers. Okay, so all those servers, if they are maintaining at one place, we call it as data center. If you are maintaining all servers at one place, we call it as data center. Okay, so um, so if there are multiple database servers, if there are multiple database servers at one place, we call it as data center. Okay, so in case of on your clients earlier, what they used to do is this data center. Okay, if you are storing or if you are maintaining all your database servers at one place, we call it as database. We call it as data center. Okay, so earlier, what clients used to do is they used to maintain data center on their own. Okay, they'll keep all the servers in one room, and they'll provide electricity. Infrastructure means those computers they have to buy, right? They have to buy the computer, the processor, RAM, hard disk, everything. Okay, infrastructure part, and they need to have a room to store all those servers, and they have to take care of security, not just regular security, even network security also, and electricity. And these softwares, right? Take Oracle or SQL Server. Every 1 year, 2 years, they'll get updates. They'll get new editions, new versions, right? That they need to upgrade. The clients will have to upgrade to that. So all those the client will have to take care. Okay, so if client is maintaining data center on their own, okay, on their own, that we call it as on premises. Okay, on premises, on premise means if everything is maintained by the cloud, by the client itself, they'll buy computers, they'll take care of security, electricity, software, hardware upgrades, everything. They'll maintain the data center on their own. Okay, what is data center? Data center is nothing but a place where you maintain like the database servers across the across that particular organization, that particular company. Take any bank or take any, even this guys Flipkart, Amazon, all those guys, they'll maintain data centers. This if they're maintaining on their own, that is like on premises. But in cloud, right, cloud came in. You have different cloud providers. From Amazon, you have AWS. So what are the cloud providers? From Amazon, right? You have AWS. From Amazon side, you have AWS. AWS means Amazon Web Services. Okay, Amazon Web Services, we call. And from Microsoft, you have Azure. You would have heard about these clouds. From Microsoft side, you have Azure Cloud. Microsoft Azure. Okay, Azure is the Microsoft Cloud. And from Google, you have Google Cloud Platform. Google Cloud Platform. Okay, These are the major public cloud providers. There are small, cloud providers also, but major public cloud providers. Okay, major throughout the world. What are the major public cloud providers? Means these three. Okay, Amazon Web Services. We call it as AWS. The full form is Amazon Web Services, and Microsoft Azure. From Microsoft side, you have Azure. From Google, you have Google Cloud Platform, GCP. We call it as in short form GCP. Okay, so these are the major public cloud platforms. What these guys have done is, I was telling about the data center, right? These guys, they'll be maintaining data centers across the world, different places in Pune, in Singapore, in Japan, throughout the world, in US, multiple locations. Okay, they'll maintain data centers across the world, and what companies will do is they can get, okay, they don't have to buy a computer. In cloud, they'll get virtual machines. You know right, nowadays internets are very fast, right? So you got very fast internet, right? Through internet, we'll be connecting to the cloud. Okay, we'll be connecting to the cloud providers. Say in cloud, you need a virtual machine. A computer. You need a computer with certain capacity. I can choose what capacity I need, what capacity of processor I need, what capacity of RAM I need. You're getting it? We can have all this processor, RAM. Okay. So these things, will be managed by cloud provider. You will get that computer virtual machine in cloud, and users, how they'll connect to that is through internet. They'll be accessing that, and they will kind of manage their data in cloud. Okay, in cloud, how they would operate is, you'll get clarity as we progress, guys. Don't worry. So in cloud, how they would operate is, they would operate in three models. Okay, three models. On premises is if everything is managed by your client itself, but in cloud there are three operating models. Three models how cloud providers operate. Okay, it is based on, we'll discuss about those three. How they are split into three. It is based on how much you means your client. You means your client. How much your client want to manage by themselves, and how much the cloud provider needs to, is going to manage. How much the cloud provider will manage, and how much you as a user, your client will manage, depending on them. These three models are there: infrastructure as service, software platform as service, software as service. See here, these are the cloud operating models. See here, you manage means your client manage. On premises means everything is managed by your client itself. That is your company. Suppose you're working for one bank. Take any bank, for example, JP Morgan. Okay, so your client, even Indian clients, you take Swiggy, for example. Swiggy is also using Snowflake, for your reference. And National Stock Exchange, our trading will do, right, daily basis. Stocks will buy, will sell. Even trading provider like National Stock Exchange, they are also using Snowflake. And not just US, UK clients, even Indian clients are using Snowflake. It has got good demand. A lot of clients in India also, even Swiggy uses Snowflake. Take the case of Swiggy, for example. On premises means they'll maintain everything on their own. Okay, infrastructure service means it is like infrastructure means, see here, managed by Microsoft. In case of Azure, these things, networking, storage, servers, virtualization, this part is managed by Microsoft. If it is Azure, if it is AWS, it will be managed by Amazon. If it is GCP, it will be managed by Google Cloud Platform means it will be managed by Google. Okay, so that is, these things are managed by cloud provider. And that is infrastructure service means, in simple terms, you will get one virtual machine in cloud, one computer in cloud. We can choose that capacity. What is the processor I need? I can select what capacity I would need. Even huge capacity computers also you can get, but based on the configuration, what you are selecting, you will pay the cost based on usage. You don't have to buy the computer. See, in cloud, the advantage is you are not going to buy that entire computer. Okay, based on usage, you will pay cost. You need one huge computer for one day, you will pay only for that. Okay, you're going to pay based on usage. Okay, so infrastructure service means you will get a virtual machine in cloud. So you can install what operating system you need. You have Windows, you have Linux, right? You have whatever operating system you want, you can install. You manage means your client. Your client can manage the operating system, middleware, any software they need, and they can manage data, applications, everything. That is like, here this part is managed by your, your client, and you will get a machine in cloud. Infrastructure as service means simple terms. Okay, platform as a service means, along with virtual machine, a computer in cloud, operate, OS installation, okay, runtime, any softwares, that will be managed by your cloud provider itself. There are different services in cloud. Okay, they are split across these three, each service: infrastructure as service, platform as service, software as service. Platform as service means what your client manages will go down. What your client manages is going down. Software as service means majority of the things are managed by a cloud provider only. See, managed by Microsoft, everything. Our Snowflake is fits in this category. It is available in all clouds. See, advantage with Snowflake is it is available on all clouds, not just restricted to one cloud. It is available in AWS, Azure, GCP. Okay, um, and it is available as a software as a service in all these three clouds. Okay, so if you learn Snowflake, you will have, advantage of whichever cloud your client is using. Few clients might be using Azure, Microsoft Azure. Few clients might be using AWS. Few might be using GCP. Irrespective of which cloud your client is using, you will have demand if you learn Snowflake. Okay, that is also one reason for more demand for Snowflake. Okay, so if you take another one simple normal example, like say, to understand it easily, take homemade burger. It is like on premises. Everything you will do on your own, right? You will you need to have kitchen, electricity, you need to have grill, and then you need to get the buns, ingredients, and cook the burger. This is like homemade. This is like on premises. For our better understanding, this is not the real example. The real example is this, what we discussed. Okay, for your better understanding, if you take infrastructure as service means you are getting rented kitchens now, right? You will get kitchen, electricity, and grill from them. You need to get your buns, ingredients, and cook the burger. This is like infrastructure as a service in cloud. On premises, everything is managed by your client itself. Okay, platform as a service means along with kitchen, electricity, grills, and buns. You will get buns also. Okay, from them you are going to get the buns also. You need to get the ingredients and cook the burger. This is like kind of platform as a service. Software as a service means you will order a burger, you'll get it to your home, you'll have to just eat. That simple it is. So Snowflake is available as a software as a service in cloud. Okay, so majority of the things cloud provider itself will manage. You don't have to worry about like software installation. Like you see, these are the real examples of each service: infrastructure as service, platform as service, software as service. If you take Gmail is also software as a service. Okay, kind of software as a service. Snowflake is also software as a service. Like Gmail, even for Snowflake, we'll sign up and we can use. You don't have to worry about all these things: infrastructure, security, electricity, hardware, software upgrades, all those things. Everything is managed by your cloud provider itself. Okay, let me show you the architecture of Snowflake. See, it is the major advantage for Snowflake is it is modern cloud data platform. Okay, available as a software as a service in all three leading cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, GCP. Got it? Okay. Now, say guys, you will get more clarity about cloud. Don't worry as we progress. And in our demo, we can't discuss more about that in detail. And high level we have discussed. If you take architecture of Snowflake, right, the advantages compared to, we are discussing relational database like Oracle, right? Their storage and compute are in same mission. So if volume of data increases, see, there are certain limitations, right? We have discussed we cannot scale horizontally. All those issues are there. In Snowflake, the advantage is it is decoupled architecture. Decoupled means storage is separate, compute is separate. Okay, storage is separate. All data will be stored in cloud. In cloud, there is no limit. You can store even petabytes of data also. And based on usage, you will pay the cost. Got it? You don't have to worry about volume of data. You can store petabytes of data also in cloud. Okay, all our data in case of Snowflake, it will be stored in storage layer in cloud. Let me zoom it a bit. I hope you are able to see my screen. Okay, in Snowflake, all the data will be stored in storage layer in cloud. In cloud, how it gets stored is it stores in micro partitions and hybrid columnar way. You'll understand. We are going to have a detailed session on storage itself. That time you'll get clarity. But if you try to load any data into Snowflake, what you need to understand is it gets compressed and encrypted by default. Since data is getting compressed, you are going to, whatever storage cost you are going to pay is very minimal. Okay, any cloud you take, not just Snowflake, any cloud, anywhere, storage costs are very minimal. You don't pay much for storage. Where you pay cost is compute power, where you will be paying more cost usually. In Snowflake, storage cost, how you will pay is based on usage, will pay cost based on usage, and you are going to pay storage cost on top of compressed data. So it will be still less. Okay, that is about storage. We'll have a detailed session on storage. You will get clarity. Don't worry. And coming to query processing or compute, we have something called virtual warehouses. What is this virtual warehouse? Let's try to understand. This is very important. This virtual warehouse. We in our regular sessions we'll discuss in detail, but on high level, let me explain. So in Snowflake, to run anything, to run any queries, you'll use SQL. SQL is like general English. To run anything, we need compute resources. Okay, compute power. Compute power means the CPU, that is your processor, RAM, memory means RAM, and temporary storage means kind of SSD. You have now SSD in along with hard disk. You have SSD also in the recent laptops and desktops, if you are familiar. So these are like compute resources. Memory means kind of RAM. Okay, CPU means processor. So this we call it as compute resources, right? These are like compute resources. So in Snowflake, how we would get compute resources to run our queries is using virtual warehouse. Okay, data warehouse is different, virtual warehouse is different. Okay, you'll get clarity on all those things. So virtual warehouse in Snowflake, what it is it is a cluster of compute nodes. Cluster means group. Okay, a group of computers connected together. We call it as virtual warehouse. Okay, cluster of compute nodes. So this virtual warehouses in Snowflake, it comes in different t-shirt sizes, like t-shirt sizes, X small, XS, S, medium, large, like that. Extra small, small, medium, large, like that. If you take extra small, you will get a cluster of one compute node, group of one computer. Small means group of two computers. Medium means group of four computers. Large means group of 8 computers. I mean, a cluster of 8 compute nodes. That means group of 8 computers power you would get to run your queries if you choose this warehouse size as large. Okay, let me show you. Don't get confused. Guys, this is just demo session. In regular sessions, you'll get more clarity. I'm reiterating. Let me show you, say how you're going to use the virtual warehouse. Suppose I'm going to read data from a table. Select star. Don't worry about this SQL also. You'll get clarity as we progress. Now to run my query, I can choose the virtual warehouse here. Database. Okay. And the role. Okay, see here. Warehouse. Use warehouse. The compute warehouse I'm using. What is the size? Extra small. You have different sizes of warehouses. See, medium also we have. I can increase or decrease this warehouse size also anytime. You will get clarity on that. So now extra small means in the background, now I choose this compute warehouse now to run my queries. Then to run this query in the background, you will get compute power of one machine since the warehouse size is extra small. If I suppose choose medium, ETL warehouse to run my query now, suppose I'll select and run. Now it is going to get data from storage layer and showing this. See, this is the data, what I got. So how to get this data in the background, I got compute power of what is the size of the warehouse I have selected? Medium. So I got compute power of 4 machines. Medium means four machines, a group of 4 computers. That much power I got to run my query. Got it? This way you can increase the warehouse size up to 6XL. See, small means one. Sorry, extra small means one. A cluster node. Small means two. Medium means four. Large means 8. XL means 16. 2XL means 32. 3XL means 64. Like this, it keeps doubling. See, observe. It is keep on doubling, getting doubled. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Next 32. XL means 16. 2XL means 32. 3XL means 64. 4XL means 128. 5XL means 256. 6XL means 512. That is, I can increase the compute power in Snowflake up to 6XL. Okay, and how you will pay cost is, suppose I have selected 6XL virtual warehouse. Actually, practically, you never require this much power. A group of 512 computers, you can think of how much power you are going to get. Okay, so suppose assume you need 6XL warehouse to run your queries. Okay, and it took, say, for example, 65 seconds. I used this warehouse for 65 seconds to run my query. I can pay exactly for 65 seconds. Okay, you don't need to pay anything additional. Got it? Even if you're using bigger warehouses, virtual warehouses, you don't need to pay cost for entire life, or like say 1 day, 2 days, like that. Per second basis will pay. But there is a criteria, minimum 1 minute, and then on second basis. You'll get more clarity as we progress. Don't worry now. So it is on second basis, per second basis. Okay, minimum 1 minute. After that, on second basis, it goes on second basis. So even if you're using bigger warehouse size, only based on usage, you are going to pay cost. Even for storage also based on usage, compute also based on usage. Okay, and it's not just 6XL. You can set this virtual warehouse in as a multi-cluster warehouse, something called multi-cluster warehouse. Okay, let me zoom down a bit. Yeah. I hope you're able to see the screen. See, you can set this. You're able to see the screen. Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this is about virtual warehouse sizes, right? So this virtual warehouse, you can increase the capacity up to 6XL. It's not just that you increase the warehouse size to 6XL. Assume that. Okay. I mean, I have increased. Still, during peak time, suppose that you take the case of big billion days, or any, I mean, on say peak time, right? During any peak time, peak hours, you still need more power. And usually you don't need more power, but in case you assume you still need more capacity, then if still queries are waiting in queue, if you set multi-cluster warehouse in auto scale mode, guys, all these things we'll discuss in detail about virtual warehouse. There will be 3-4 sessions on virtual warehouse itself, 3 sessions. You will get complete clarity. Okay, don't worry. So this virtual warehouse, you can set it in auto scale mode as a multi-cluster warehouse. Then if queries are still waiting, it can add up to 10 clusters of this size. That is 6XL, 10 clusters of the same size. That is up to 10 means 5120 compute nodes power. Okay, a compute power of 5120 machines or computers. Till that level, you can scale. You can scale the capacity. Okay, adding clusters is like horizontal scaling. You can scale this virtual warehouse vertically and horizontally both. You'll get clarity. Don't worry. As I said, we'll have detailed session on virtual warehouse. And once the workload goes down, suppose you need higher capacity for say only for say half an hour, or say 10 minutes, or couple of seconds. After that, don't need bigger size or multiple clusters. Automatically, it removes clusters. Okay, additional clusters whichever is added, automatically it removes clusters. Based on how much time the additional clusters are active, they are used, you'll pay the cost. So it is like your client doesn't have to worry about compute or storage, and they're going to pay cost also only based on usage. That's the reason, technical reason why clients prefer Snowflake. Apart from this, there are a lot of unique features in Snowflake. Let me explain. Okay, now you have this generative AI and all, right? Gen AI, this chat GPT, all those things are also coming, right? Those are also already supported in Snowflake. Since it is software as a service, we are discussing about software as a service, right? Since Snowflake is software as a service, okay, anything trending on data side, anything trending, say now, yeah, chat GPT, these LLMs, generative AI basically, that is trending. Already that is available in Snowflake. If your clients want to use, they can use Snowflake for Gen AI related use cases, all those things also. Okay. So we have something called Cortex. Cortex available in Snowflake. Let me not this open that agenda itself. See, Cortex. Cortex is a Gen AI service, Gen AI service, artificial intelligence service. Okay. So it supports LLM models. You can do, I mean, all Gen AI related use cases you can implement within Snowflake very easily compared to other, competitors or other technologies. What you have, right? Since Snowflake is software as a service, to stay competitive in the market, whatever is trending on data side, all those features Snowflake will release. Say, for example, this Cortex, it is a Gen AI service, generative artificial intelligence service. Okay, so you can kind of ask. So in ChatGPT, the way you ask questions, right? In general English, it will give you the answers. Even also on top of data in Snowflake, also you can use. You can use in chat. You can build our own chatbots, and we can ask questions. Okay, in general English, then it will give you the detailed report. It will generate, and it has that capability also. You making use of Gen AI and other features of Snowflake. Suppose document AI nowadays, it's not just structured data, even unstructured data. Unstructured data means like your PDFs, images, audio files, video files. Suppose you are doing a conversation with the customer care. You wanted to do sentiment analysis. Out of the audio, you can extract text, and you can, based on the conversation happened, right? You can analyze whether it is positive or negative, where in which area they are kind of disappointed. All those analysis, not manually, using Snowflake we can do. And you have, say, PDF file, you have some data in PDF, you can extract the text out of that PDF and do analysis. This kind of analysis also you can do in Snowflake. Got it? And it's not just that. Suppose you have some data in Snowflake. Okay, I have, so take trading data, your share market data, trading data. Daily, your client is into wealth management. Their business is to provide recommendations on stocks, buy this stock, sell this stock, like that. Okay, so in Snowflake you have a feature called marketplace. Using this, what you can do is you can sell your data. So I've brought all the trading data into my Snowflake account. I can sell that data and make money to others. That option also is available. All advanced. See, there is nothing that you can't do in Snowflake. That way, Snowflake is big. I mean, they have built, since it is software as a service, right? A lot of features. Okay, the core is this only. The core architecture, the core functionality is same. But on top of it, since it is software as a service, whatever is trending on data side, they'll add in Snowflake. So your clients, right? Why I was highlighting this is even you, if you're learning Snowflake, you doesn't have to feel that it will get outdated after 2 3 years, after 5 years, or after some time. You don't need to think that it is going to get outdated. Since it is software as a service in cloud, they'll keep adding new features. It's up to the client whether they wanted to use it or not. The core is same. Okay, you don't need to pay any additional charges also for using those. I mean, uh, um, even if those features are available, based on usage you'll pay the cost, but not, there is no additional cost as such. And there are no new versions. Like in other relational databases, every 2 years they'll release new version. Even Windows, right? Windows, they'll keep releasing new version. Okay, but in Snowflake, they don't release such versions. Within that same core functionality, they'll keep adding new features. They don't need to upgrade. Okay, they don't have to worry about software or hardware upgrades. Everything Snowflake will take care in the background, since it is software as a service. It will make the client's life easier. They can just load data into Snowflake, use it for analysis purpose. Okay, zero administration or maintenance. and game-changing features Snowflake has got. So once clients opt for Snowflake, they'll not move out of Snowflake that easily. I mean, because all features are provided within Snowflake. And even now, a lot of new clients are choosing Snowflake. Even now, if you take why Snowflake hiring is good on Snowflake is because because of its unique features. A lot of clients, new clients also are moving to Snowflake, migrating their data to Snowflake from different databases like Oracle, SQL Server. The data is getting migrated from multiple data sources, like say Oracle, SQL Server, any relational databases, Hadoop, that is big data, Teradata, SAP systems, Salesforce. Okay, from different applications also, data is getting migrated to Snowflake. Okay, yeah. If anyone has any doubts, see guys, as I said, there are a lot of other features also. As we progress in our regular sessions, we'll discuss in detail. I hope you got crisp on why Snowflake has got demand and why it is trending, and at least on high level. If anyone has any doubts or questions, we can discuss now. So even now, Snowflake has integrated Gen AI. I was saying, right? See here. So get AI suggestions with this. So if I click, ask Snowflake to write a query. You can ask something in general English. Okay, write a query for doing something and click enter. This is in previous state, the very new feature of Snowflake. In general English, if you ask something, it will generate the code, SQL code also. Okay, such features Snowflake has added to make life easier, and it has integrated. I mean to say, it has already integrated AI features, Gen AI features. Yeah. Now, if anyone has any questions, we can discuss.
Hi. Thanks for complete overview.
Mm.
It was very meaningful and it was very attractive.
Mhm.
Firstly, thanks for that. I have a couple of questions to ask.
Mhm.
First thing, as you were mentioning, it's gonna replace all other platforms,
No, it is
and
not.
also.
It is not going to replace all platforms.
Mm,
It depends on the client, but because
ah,
because of the unique features, suppose when clients will move to cloud, if they face any
uh-huh,
challenges, like say performance, scalability. Suppose
okay,
take small countries. Okay,
okay.
take for example Singapore. They won't. I
Mhm,
mean, they might. Few clients might move to cloud, but since the volume of, if it is only Singapore based say company, for example, that is a small
okay.
company, right?
Yeah.
They won't that easily move to cloud. But
uh,
if you take bigger clients, for sure, already majority of the clients are migrated. You know, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Cloud.
Good.
See, Hadoop big data projects did not succeed, but cloud, all clouds got. And majority of the clients are using cloud now, right? So
Good.
if they are migrating to cloud, the data warehouse part for analytics, right? On the
Yeah.
data side, they will use Snowflake. Okay, because of
Okay.
its unique features. Yeah, that's
Just want to understand like one more.
and
Like.
even clients who are using, say, who are still on premises, over a
Uh-huh.
period of time when the data grows, right? Nowadays, the volume of data is high. When the
Yeah.
volume of
Yeah.
data increases, when number of users increase, or they expand to other countries, then definitely they'll have to move to cloud. That time
Yeah.
they'll have to migrate to Snowflake. Okay, it's
Yeah.
not just Snowflake, there are other competitors also, but Snowflake,
Okay.
it's not just restricted to one area. So
Uh,
you have, as we progress, you'll understand. You have to understand data warehousing. Earlier, Snowflake started as a cloud data warehouse, but now it's
okay.
not just cloud data warehouse. We call it as Snowflake. Let me mute everyone.
Sorry, some disturbance.
Yeah, I'll mute everyone. Someone would have unmuted.
Yeah.
So if you take Snowflake, now we call it as a Snowflake cloud. I mean, data cloud, AI
Okay.
data cloud, Snowflake AI data cloud. Got it?
Okay. Got it.
Because
And
it's
then
not
again,
just
like.
one particular service. You can do anything within Snowflake. So that such a way they have released features, and it is kind of attractive for the clients as well. Yeah,
And it works on Spark architecture. Is it?
yeah.
Is
Even
it like
even
that?
Spark is also available in Snowflake. Within Snowflake, you can use Spark as a service as well, called Snowpark. You have a
Okay.
service called Snowpark. Within
Mhm.
Snowflake, using Snowpark, you will get the functionality of Databricks or Spark.
Yeah, correct. So this is what actually I doubt. I have some experience in Databricks. I use
Mm,
Databricks. Okay.
mm,
And So is it kind of similar with the Databricks platform, like
No, it's not just Databricks. See,
uh,
Databricks you use it for data engineering workloads, right?
correct.
But Snowflake you can use it for a lot of other things. That is that even that area, that particular
It's also available in
data
Snowflake.
processing also you can do. Yeah,
Okay, it's like one destination for all the solutions.
yeah, kind of, yes.
That's thank you.
No, maybe a few features you take. They're in few new features, right? Their initial
Mhm.
state. Majority of the clients are using Snowflake as a data warehouse, cloud data warehouse.
Correct,
But
correct.
if they start using Snowflake for other things, right?
Ah,
All new features which they have released, then even I mean the demand will go up full. I mean, even now itself with just a cloud data warehouse, there is a lot of demand. If they use it
correct.
for other use cases, then the I mean demand for Snowflake will again go up. That's the thing.
Correct. So I heard like I seen like few organizations using Snowflake and Databricks both
Yeah, yeah,
for some functions.
correct,
Like
correct. Snowflake they'll use as a cloud data warehouse for
ah,
processing. They'll use Database. See,
hmm,
the Snowpark, right? It was
yeah.
not available in Snowflake earlier. It
Okay.
is made available say 1.5 year, 2 years. So one more thing in Snowflake, how they will release features is
Uh,
they'll release features in a preview state, and it is not fully optimized or say matured state.
okay.
Okay, it may not be in mature state. Even then, they'll release that feature. Whichever clients wanted to use, they'll use, and they'll slowly take it to the matured state. That's what they'll
Oh,
do. Because
okay.
if you wait for suppose any trending things, right? If you wait until it stabilizes, someone else would have released that. They will release that feature, and they'll take the
Uh,
market. Yeah,
correct. So to
yeah.
keep up to date and
Mhm.
to keep it number one, it's like utilizing all the functions.
Correct, correct.
Got it. Got it.
But
Thank you so
as
much.
a Snowflake data engineer or developer, you are not going to use all new features.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Okay.
based on the client requirement, we'll use. Even in case if they release any new feature,
Ah,
they maintain detailed document. Okay, you will have
okay.
Snowflake documentation there
Okay.
with examples how it works. You can even quick starts also for Snowflake. As we progress, I'll show you in our regular
Okay.
session. So you can easily implement that, and even
Ah,
those new features you can start using very easily. They'll give complete details how to use it
okay.
step by
Okay.
step. Yeah.
So I have some because why I'm asking this because I'm like have some experience with Azure and Databricks and I'm switching it to Snowflake. So just
Mhm.
want to know
Yeah, it
what's
will be
the
advantage for you if you already
yeah.
have data engineering background. Even if see
Hmm.
majority of the complete freshers also they're able to get offers. If you're already from data background, some experience, then it is really good. I mean, in a
Yeah.
sense,
And how many days program like training is this and then how was the placements after that?
you can discuss about the placement part with whoever has referred you.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
but
Hmm.
it will be an in-depth training. The duration would be majorly. I mean, if you take Monday to
Uh-huh.
Friday, the trainings, the regular sessions will be in the morning time, say
Uh-huh.
7:30 to 8:30 a.m. Okay,
Okay. Hmm.
let me that as well. So how it is going to be is weekdays. That
Okay.
is Monday to Friday,
Okay.
1 hour only. It will not be 1.5 hour, only 1 hour
Okay.
session. Okay,
Okay. Hmm.
7:30 to 8:30 a.m. Indian time, morning time. Okay,
Okay.
Monday to Friday, we'll have regular sessions. This is
Okay.
Snowflake sessions,
Yeah.
and from 8 to 9 are 7:30 to 8:30 on the weekends. Saturday, Sunday will not have session. Only Saturday
Okay.
will have SQL session. SQL session.
Okay.
Who are from not non-SQL background, even tomorrow evening we can have a SQL session, and from Friday morning we'll have regular Snowflake sessions, and again Saturday we'll have a skill session. That's it. Every Saturday we'll have a skill session. But tomorrow,
Okay.
since it is very first session, if who are
Hmm.
all from non-SQL background or non-IT background, they can
Mm-hmm.
join tomorrow evening SQL session. Okay, I'll share the details. And there you will get clarity on database, SQL, what is SQL, all these things, the basic things. Okay, to
Okay.
get started. Then
Okay.
from Friday morning onwards, Snowflake regular sessions will start. You'll
Okay.
understand what the purpose of Snowflake and Snowflake architecture in detail, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Mm.
So from Friday
Hello.
morning, at
Hi,
what
sir.
time the
Hi.
classes will start?
Hello.
Sorry. to interrupt.
Yeah, yeah,
Hello.
yeah, yeah, yep, yep.
Yeah. Actually, we are. I'm completely new to the IT background.
Mm.
I am completely from non-IT background.
Mm-hmm.
Is this sufficient? Like 40 hours duration,
No, it
I
is
can
not
sustain
40
in it.
hours. It is not 40
Yeah,
hours. Okay, 40
yeah, yeah.
hours. See, one more thing on Snowflake is Snowflake content is restricted. Okay,
Okay,
so we have structured our content in such a way that, see, if you have to learn the same content what we are going to discuss in 40 hours, right? On your own, it will take
okay,
minimum if you spend 3 4 months, right? At least if you are fully dedicated, 3 4 months on your own, if you have to learn, or even 4 to 6 months if you are spending minimal hours in the sense medium hours. So like say daily
okay.
on your own, if you want to learn, it will take 4 to 6 months. But since we have structured the content in such a way that, see, I was shown, right, whatever topics we need, the real issues that we face practically, we are going to discuss. Even the code, we have already prepared everything. Okay, so it is structured in such a way that if you have to learn the content, whichever content, if you learn on your own, which take 4 to 6 months, 40 hours on Snowflake, total 50 hours you can say, including SQL, 50
So
hours.
actually, what I said, like we
This
are
is
from
this is
completely not.
content hours, not doubts.
Okay,
Whatever doubts will not be taking in the middle unless you have some
okay,
confusion. Anyone has some confusion, any doubts will
okay,
be taken in the end. Okay, so suppose 7:30 to 8:30, right? So I'll if after 8:30, whatever questions you have, until all the doubts are clarified, I'll be there, even if it is half an hour, 1 hour also. Okay.
okay.
Hmm.
Is it sufficient for us, like non-IT guys, to compete with the like currently working people there?
Yes, yes. See,
Yeah, okay,
since the another advantage for Snowflake is content is restricted. It is not like
okay,
vast like Java, Python, or any other technologies. Content is restricted and it has got good demand. Okay.
okay. Thanks. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, hi, this.
See,
Hi, this.
what you have to
Mohammed
do
here.
is, whatever we are covering, that you have to learn properly. Okay.
Okay,
Then you can
okay, okay,
easily properly survive even if you are claiming certain experience on Snowflake.
I
okay, okay.
have
Thank you.
one more doubt.
Hi, this.
Mhm.
Hitesh, I have one doubt. Mohammed
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Yeah, Mohammed.
As AI is booming, will be there any impact on Snowflake
No,
in upcoming
already
future?
I mean, already AI
Yeah, yeah.
features available in Snowflake, right?
Yeah, Cortex, I know
See,
that feature.
not just Cortex, there are further
Okay.
features also. But
Okay.
see, AI will still increase the work as well because you have to
Mm-hmm.
build all those things. See,
Mm-hmm.
it is nothing like I mean, AI will replace human. It is not like that. If you're
Okay.
not learning AI, then you will get replaced. That is the thing. AI
Okay.
will not replace humans. Okay. If you're not learning AI, then you will be replaced with AI. So even we should be familiar with AI futures also. That's what it means. I mean, you should keep upgraded with AI skills also. Okay. If you're not aware about if you're not familiarized with AI skills, then you will be replaced with other resources who knows AI. That's it. But completely, it is not going to replace. Even work also now. If you take, you'll have work on AI features also now.
Sir, do we
Completely
Okay,
need
got
AI cannot replace.
any coding language to learn for this one?
No, I mean, prerequisite for this course is SQL. As I said, SQL is the prerequisite. But if you wanted to use any advanced features, if you know Python, it will be advantage. But that is not mandatory. Okay, 80 to 90% of the projects they'll use Snowflake as a cloud data warehouse with SQL. Okay, got it?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
We are
once
in.
you get started, see, and one more thing, once you get started, so suppose you got selected for one company, you started working, you'll get work initially on SQL, Snowflake, and ETL things, okay, and data engineering side. Slowly, if once the client move to use other new features, advanced features, you can learn as per their requirement. Got it? But for you, whatever mandatory skills that you need to get an offer, right, or to crack an interview and to start working, those skills will be covered. All those mandatory skills. Mandatory skills are Snowflake, SQL, data warehousing concepts, okay, cloud exposure, in a sense, in cloud mainly storage services, okay, those skills. Apart from that, if you have any additional skills like ETL tool, if you already know any ETL tool, any reporting tool like Power BI, or you know any Python, that will be additional advantage. But mandatory skills are this. These are mandatory skills. Without which you cannot get an offer. Okay, that
Yeah.
will be taught in detail. Even other ETL exposure. We'll discuss ADF integration with Snowflake, which is Azure Data Factory, ETL in Azure, and DBT, which is a data build tool. Okay, which is a transformation tool basically. So these things also we'll be discussing in our sessions. Okay.
Oh, we are learning here cloud, AWS, Azure also as well.
AWS and Azure, both integrations will cover, not GCP, because with GCP Snowflake project, GCP overall market share is also very less, and
Yeah.
you take GCP plus Snowflake clients are very limited. Okay,
We are working
majority of
on
the clients in combination with Azure and AWS, they'll use Snowflake. So both that Azure integration and AWS integration we'll discuss.
okay, sure. We don't need any prerequisite like Python. Is that mandatory?
Python is not mandatory. If you know Python, it is well and good, but it is not mandatory. SQL is mandatory. And even if you wanted to learn Python, mainly Pandas is what they ask. Pandas is the framework when the library you want to learn. It is simple. It will not be tough. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Do we have a prerequisite to use about any database like Oracle or SQL?
No,
Because
Snowflake is also a database, right? So
Okay.
whatever SQL code you write in Snowflake, the same code works in other databases also, more or less same
Okay.
work. So if you
Then
use Snowflake, yeah, you will.
yeah,
If
then
you learn
from where
SQL, what we use in Snowflake is ANSI standard SQL. Okay, ANSI
Okay.
standard means the same SQL. What which works here, it will work in Oracle, it will work in SQL Server, it will work in MySQL. You got it? That's how it is.
Okay.
If you learn
Okay.
SQL, what we are going to discuss, that same SQL works in other databases also.
Okay, fine.
Just the
Like
UI part will change. Suppose you take I was showing Snowflake, right? It is like this. But if you take
yes.
SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server, it is like this here. I'll connect, and here I'll have the databases. Just the UI part will change. That's it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we will be importing the structured and unstructured data from these servers like SQL or Oracle.
Sorry, can you please repeat?
Like in the real time, we'll be dealing with the structured and unstructured data. So those data will be coming from any of these on-premises data centers like Oracle or this
No,